What is up, guys? Welcome back to Popcorn Vision. I am Noah, if you don't know who I am. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over a question that I've had in my mind for a certain amount of time, ever since I saw the announcement of Evil Dead Burn, which is the new Evil Dead film in the Evil Dead franchise. And I have my copy of Evil Dead 2 right here. I do have Army of Darkness on DVD, but this is the one I just pulled out. And I wanted to answer the question, are people interested in these sequels, prequels that come out, like, they either come out very, like a long time after the sequel or the first film, like Halloween, you know, the new trilogy by Blumhouse, which I just did a video on, and then stuff like Evil Dead, where they just did Evil Dead Rise, but now they're doing Evil Dead Burn. I want to know if people are interested in that, and that's what I'm kind of here to solve and figure out today. So, in today's episode of Popcorn Vision, let's answer that question. Alright, so we're going to answer that question now. So as a whole, I'm going to use Evil Dead as an example. Evil Dead is a franchise. There's Evil Dead, there's Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead remake, and then there is Ash vs. Evil Dead, which is a TV show, Evil Dead Burn, Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Burn. I'm trying to put them in order. As a whole, I will say the Evil Dead franchise is fun. I love 1, love 2, love Army of Darkness. The remake's really good. Never seen the TV show, never seen Burn, or never seen Rise. Not planning on seeing Burn. I don't really care for those kinds of movies. But as a whole, I like the franchise, and it's not what I think of when I think of horror. But since it is from Sam Raimi, and I love the Spider-Man trilogy, this just Sam. When I heard the name Sam Raimi and I knew Spider-Man, I was like, gotta check this out. And I remember getting this release from Target on clearance when they didn't even sell releases anymore. And this is a 4K too. This was, like, I think one of my very first 4Ks. But anyway, talking about the question for today, which is, are people interested in the legacy sequels or prequels or whatnot? I will say, if you're a diehard fan, it depends. Yeah, if you're a diehard fan, you're gonna go to these films and stuff, but the question is, do people really care at this point? I'm gonna give you my opinion, then you guys can comment down below and tell me your opinion too. But as a whole, I don't really care for the legacy sequels, besides, you know, the big franchises like Halloween and this is really the only one I can think of, the Top Gun Maverick, trying to think of some other ones, but stuff like Evil Dead, I never got into Rise, and now I'm not getting into Burn. Same thing, you know, I just can't get into it. There's some franchises where I love it, like Halloween, where, you know, at first I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna watch the Blumhouse movies, and then my dad bought the DVD, and, you know, we watched it together, and I enjoyed it. I fairly enjoyed it, and just between you and me, I like Halloween Kills the best. But yeah, again, it's something like this, in this scenario where the new Evil Dead Burn is coming out, and I think it may have came out already. But do people want to see more of that? Do people want to see more of the Evil Dead franchise, more of the storyline? But the thing about that is, it's not even the same story. I mean, compared to, like, 2, it's not the same story. But the thing that boggles my mind is these movies do really good. Like the legacy sequels, they do really good. When they're attached to that brand name like Halloween or Evil Dead, people are going to go to see them. And I guess that's one of the reasons why they just keep doing this kind of stuff. But otherwise, people are just not going to go see them. So like say a small title, like, it's a small movie, something like Stuart Little. I mean, I'm just thinking out the box here. Maybe something like, I don't know, like a small title, you know, that they may do a legacy sequel. They may not Scream as another franchise. We're doing the legacy stuff where it's got the connections to the original film, but in a sense, it's also, you know, they're not doing, like, the movies. That's the other thing. some of them are rated really good, some of them are rated like shit. Like, I remember Halloween Ends, that was rated really low. And Scream 7, I remember seeing that in theaters, and I remember saying, this movie is horrible. And as someone who really liked Scream 6, and Scream 5 was, like, okay to me, you know, having the legacy sequels with Neve Campbell being the Laurie Strode of the franchise, it just doesn't click with me. Again, there's that thing where, yeah, it's a different franchise. Halloween is bigger than Scream, probably at this, like, it's probably always has been, even though Scream is a big franchise. But as a whole, these legacy sequels, I just want to know if you guys care about these, or, you know, really need these anymore as a fan base of horror and just even movies in general. I've always said that this channel is dedicated to horror, but no, I talk about other stuff too. And, you know, I just wish I could go deeper into this, but I don't really have anything else to say. Besides that, I can leave it to you guys in the comments. Do you guys care about the legacy sequels or anything else like that? So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Do you guys care about legacy sequels, or sequels to, you know, sequels to the legacy sequels to the sequels? And it just gets out of hand. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Noah from Popcorn Vision, signing off. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.